So let's talk about what was just said in court in two of the insurrection cases and see what we can glean about the direction of the investigation. And that direction better be headed toward justice, because frankly, I don't think we the people are prepared to accept anything less than full accountability, anything less than justice. Because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So two more defendants, two more insurrectionists were just sentenced to relatively short prison terms. And I want to look at those two sentencing hearings and tease out some of the language used by the prosecutors and also some of the things said by the defendants themselves to see what we can glean from those statements. But let's start with the Washington Post reporting about these two sentencing hearings. Headline: Friends from Ohio get 45 days in jail for Capitol riot. And the article begins: Federal prosecutors assert that everybody who stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6 should be evaluated individually when deciding whether a prison sentence is warranted. On Wednesday, a judge accepted the Justice Department's assessment that two friends from Ohio fall into a category of rioters who deserve to be incarcerated. Now, these two defendants, their names Derek Jancourt and Eric Rao, and they each made statements during their sentencing hearing, and the statements were similar. They said things like, well, we got swept up in the moment, and we got carried away. Now, let's just take those statements at face value for a moment. It's not a defense to your criminal conduct that you got swept up in the moment. It doesn't excuse your crimes that you got carried away. But I want to talk about the implications of those statements by the defendants. But first, I want to focus on something that the prosecutors said during these sentencing hearings. Here's some of what they said. The prosecutors noted that what the defendants said and did is, quote, akin to inciting a riot and contributed to the environment of terror that day. And the prosecutors also said, quote, this was not a protest, and it's important to convey to future rioters and would-be mob participants, especially those who intend to improperly influence the democratic process, that their actions will have consequences. So the takeaway from what the Department of Justice prosecutors are saying is that those who, quote, incite a riot, especially those who, quote, intend to improperly influence the democratic process, will suffer consequences. Now, friends, I, for one, am thrilled that the Department of Justice is saying these things, right? That the people who incite a riot and who try to improperly influence the democratic process will be held accountable, because that's precisely what Donald Trump and his criminal associates did. So there must be consequences for Donald Trump's conduct. This, friends, is not rocket science. This is simple accountability. So friends, now let's go back for a minute to the statements that the defendants made at their sentencing hearings, when they said they got swept up in the moment, they got carried away. Let's assume that to be true. What is it that swept them up, that encouraged them, that inspired them, that influenced them to attack the Capitol on January 6th? Simple, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. It was Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani and Mo Brooks and Don Jr. and John Eastman. That's why they got swept up. That's why they got carried away. Because they were told, they were lied to when they were told your vote was stolen from you. Your election was stolen from you. Your president was stolen from you. And if you don't fight like hell, you won't have a country anymore. So get down there, kick ass, and take names. Go down there and have trial by combat. Go down there and stop the steal. Stop what's going on at the U.S. Capitol. This couldn't be a more straightforward or frankly compelling case of Donald Trump inciting a riot and, yes, an insurrection. And the Department of Justice said in open court, it promised the judge, and by extension, it promised we the people, that if you incite a riot and you intend to improperly influence the democratic process, quote, there will be consequences, close quote. Not there might be, not there may be, there will be consequences. The Department of Justice told the judge that, and by extension told us all, that there will be consequences for what we know Donald Trump did. So, Department of Justice, deliver on your promise. Hold Donald Trump accountable, because justice matters. It matters. Friends, as always, thank you for tuning in to these daily Justice Matters videos. If you'd like to support our all-volunteer efforts, our content, our mission here at Justice Matters, you can go over to patreon.com. You can sign up to become a patron. And if you do, I'll send you some Team Justice stickers and a personal handwritten note of thanks. You can also find these Justice Matters video as podcasts, audio only. Just go wherever you ordinarily get your podcasts. And as always, friends, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. We're going to get there together. We're going to get there. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.